Chhimi, tell us briefly about you, your likes, dislikes, and your hobbies.
Thank you for the question. First of all, Kuzampo. My name is Chhimi Eden. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Tashkent, and I'm a cancer patient, a relapsed. And my likes, I like to be frank with everyone, and I would like to share everything about my story. And I dislike being sick and admitted at hospital. Then my hobbies are I used to dance at school days, and after being sick, so I could not continue. I could not dance, but then I get interested with singing. So I would, my hobbies include dancing, singing, and sometimes I would draw also. And I love playing badminton also.
You were diagnosed with cancer in 2015. How old were you?
I was only 15 years old. I was studying at class 10.
So can you tell us briefly about it?
I was studying at class 10, so it was I did not know that I would be suffering from cancer, but then life is unexpected, so we don't know what holds beyond that. Then after completing my trial exam, I came here for checkup. Then after that, I was diagnosed with blood cancer disease. But then my family, they did not told me that they had been hiding it from me, because they thought that I would be at shock and I would not accept the fact that I have got cancer.
Okay, so your family knew about your disease, but you weren't aware. How is it? Did you experience any early symptoms?
Yes, the symptoms. My early symptoms included heavier, longer periods, and headaches, dizziness, then shortness of breath, then small red spots at legs, red spots.
Rashes?
Rashes, then fever, then bleeding from gums, gums, and breathing problem, then heart rate was fast. That was my symptoms.
You said your family already knew about your condition, but you weren't aware. So how did your family deal with the news, and how did they break the news to you?
My family had they faced hardest challenge that time, after knowing that I was being diagnosed with cancer, blood cancer. So they keep it a secret from me, but they told me that we were going for a small operation for the treatment down at India. So after reaching down there, after my first chemo, then after losing my hair, then they told me that I was suffering from cancer, because I questioned them that this is not an operation. I'm not doing any operation. I'm just having chemotherapy, some glucose are only. I'm just treated with glucose. Operation is not going on. So my parents at that time only, they told me that I was suffering from cancer. So they have been hiding it.
And how did your family and friends supported you during your treatment?
My family members, they have always been a great supporter from the day I had been diagnosed with cancer. Till now, they are still being really supportive with every medications. They have been there with me. My mother, my father, they have always been a great supporter, and my cousins, my aunties, they have always have a support on me. They told me that I should not give up. I should give my best in my treatment, that I will recover. And my friend, they have been a great help. They would always message me that to eat well, to take medicines on time, to be strong, do not let yourself feel down. You have to be strong. And the message to say, anyway, they have always been supportive. They have always been, and they are still being supportive till now. So I'm always thankful for them. My treatment includes chemotherapy. Firstly, chemotherapy, since it's a cancer, so they usually goes with chemotherapy sessions. So chemo, it's like glucose, but then it's the hardest and the challenging treatment for us cancer patients. So it's very high drugs immable. So anyway, it's challenging for us. After being treated with chemo, we lose our hair, then we lose our appetite, then we feel weak, we don't like being at a crowded place, we lack interest in everything, we feel weak, and that's how it was a challenging moment for me during treatment time. The chemo session, after chemo session, we again come back to normal. At chemo time only, it's hard for us to face the dose, which chemo dose.
So I think after chemo, your physical appearance, especially for girls losing hair, so does it affect your mental health as well? How do you feel?
Yes, physically we are always in pain, since because we are always being treated with injections, but mentally we are mentally accepting the fact that losing hair, so since hair for female as for hair, it's very important. So losing hair was a tough challenge for me. I could not accept myself. Looking at the mirror, it was the hardest challenge for me to accept myself without hair. So it was a saddest moment for me. But then after weeks, after days, weeks, months, then used to Jomela. Then I started accepting that it's just a phase in treatment. Just because of treatment, I am losing hair. So from there, I started accepting that after treatment, the hair will grow. So for now, letting go would be easier. So I accepted like this only.
You still look beautiful. And you said you have gone through 2 chemo, or is it?
2 chemo,
2 treatments.
2 treatments since. First I was diagnosed in 2013 so I completed everything. That time it included only chemotherapy. Since this time I am a relapse case, so I went through chemotherapy, then radiation 5 days, then after that bone marrow transplant. So my donor is my elder brother. His name is Chhimi Eden, and he is working at Chhimi National Hospital.
And how did your brother volunteer? Did everybody in family volunteer, or?
My doctor told me that the donor transplant match would be only possible with our siblings only. Parents who want to get parents get the match me just labdola. So I thought my elder brother will always be willing, but my younger brother, he would also would love to give, but then I was worried about him. He's still young, so he's still studying. So I thought after, if he give me also, if he donate his donor to me also, if I don't survive or not, I don't have any anila. The shirushi there ngadi, so ngadi shiru, it's fine. But then after giving his donor to me, if he suffers again sickness same like me, then I can't take risks. So I thought that elder brother would be best. So after he came down for 1 month, like Scott Boyle. So after that, I told him to do matching, do tests for bone marrow transplant. So after bone marrow, so he did. So it was full match, 11 on 11. So doctor told it's a full match, so it's a good thing.
You went through so many treatments, and then how did it, since you're very young right now, so how did it hamper your mental health? How did you cope?
Cope up well. Mentally, I was lost, broken, because the dreams that I had once had been shattered at once, and after being diagnosed with cancer. Then accepting, then I always feared waking up at morning, because life was, now, will I survive tomorrow? Will I stay tomorrow? Will I leave tomorrow? Azum questions arise me. Mentally, I was lost, broken, but I could not share that with my parents, since they have been worried the day I have been diagnosed with cancer. So that was a challenging moment for me. Then I lost interest in everything. After treatment, I did 2 years maintenance here at Bhutan itself, Onko Watna. So I would not have any interest in, like, like friend would invite me to come to their house. They would invite, let's go somewhere to, but I would always reject. That way I lost interest in many things. I thought I wanted to hide from everyone. Like, I don't want to talk with them. I don't want to, I just wanted to hide with them, and I don't wanted to face reality. That was how it impacted my mental state.
And today you're here sharing your experience, but your family is not here right now. So I think I heard that cancer is not just an individual disease, but it affects the whole entire family. So how can you share with us, how did your family struggle, maybe emotionally, socially, financially, and how did they cope with it?
My family, my mother is a housewife. She was always there with me, but in case of sometimes, but we need escort when we go for further treatment. Then again we need, my mother, she studied till only class 9, and she does not know English well, so that was a difficult day for us. My father, he works, but then still does not know how to communicate well with doctors. But then they again communicate, but they communicate us with Hindi, so that was little better. So financially, the treatments and everything, government have helped us. But then this time during my bone marrow transplant, so at that time the government does not allow me bone marrow transplant. They help me with it. So that time it was a struggle for us financially, through like how we will manage money for my treatments. They were very worried this time. So after much and many thoughts, then we made a plan that let's do donations. So we made donations, and then it was a good suggestion. We came up with the donation was successful. Everyone was so willing. Buddhist people, they willingly supported. From Australia they came, Buddhists from Australia, they were so supportive. They were willingly, they helped me a lot with financial. So with that way, then I could go with bone marrow transplant, and so everything went well, successful with job. Then after that, then I was back here November, last November 2019, after doing my bone marrow transplant.
I think being diagnosed with cancer at a very young age, do you feel it has changed you as a person?
There are many changes. Mapa chiba chinti cancer to be same guys should at least we are carefree, we don't know our life, uncertainty, anything. Then after getting cancer, then I could feel the pain, what life holds beyond, say, and then I get little matured about, life is not about life is just not always a happy, say. Sometimes it's full, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down.
Can you define cancer in simple words?
For me, cancer is just an adjustment, not an ending towards path in our life. And cancer does not have to be a killer phenomenon, but then rather it highlights more on love, compassion, and the strengths that we see in ourselves. Then after, for me, cancer is a lifesaver, because cancer gave me another life, the one I'm living now on hope. So for me, cancer at first it was a saddest thing, but now I feel proud of that it's nothing. We can cope up with cancer also.
That's really beautiful. And now, after treatment, how do you describe your life after cancer?
After cancer, coming back to normal life, it's not easy. It takes time, more patience. We need patience. We need to have patience. We need to have hope like that. At once, normal Jones said, but then slowly it takes time. But we need to have hope. We need to we need to have patience. But then, compared to what I was before, now it's almost like people are coming forward more. They're giving me so much love. They always message me, telling me that I'm doing well, I'm inspiring many others. Then they stay same as you are doing now. Like really, they are giving so much attention to me. This is the changes la hemma that to build. Hemma the amjina and to build amji they don't animal. Kachilab na mishi base. Then after that, then they come for, they give more attention, like how did you manage to survive till now? How did you manage to survive? How did you stay strong? And some question this they give more attention.
Even after going through so many treatments, I find that you are very optimistic. How do you stay so positive?
My mother, she is a very emotional. Then I would always say, you are, since she is my scholar, you should be strong. But then, in our case, we are opposite. Like my mom, I need to give her advice like that. This is nothing. For me to get better, I need to get injected. I need to get through all these treatments. So, at first, it was hard for me. But slowly, after I was being referred down at India, after reaching down at my ward, I was the eldest. I was the eldest. They were younger than me, suffering from cancer. After that, I knew that I was not the only one. I need to be more strong. Since after seeing the since they are small, they are bearing lots of pain. From them, I'm a little bit elder, so I need to be strong. So that's how I have been strong after seeing them. My situation was nothing. From at here, I was like, I'm the only one. After reaching there, my situation was much better. There were wars. So that way, I was how I would be positive joy that's how I have been positive.
I have read somewhere that it's state of mind, that if you're very positive, you can get over any illness. So maybe it's that case with you as well, because you're very, very positive.
Yes.
As a cancer survivor yourself, what will be your advice for our viewers?
I just want them to know that not to panic. Cancer is cancer. Many Bhutanese, they just think that cancer have no treatments, no more. But then there is a treatment. So if we get cancer, then after the treatment is must. We have to complete treatment. Then after treatment, then there is lots of chances of us for our cure. So I just want them to know cancer can be preventable, say. So don't assume, then get screened. Then early detection is the key, say la. Ani chilam la. They panic la. Our bunnies they panic la. Cancer la. Oh, she needs it. Then in most of the movies, they shows that cancer does not have cures. Every patient, everyone who gets cancer, they die. So this is disheartening. So if possible, if they can make movies like cancer, after getting cancer, there is a survivor. Then the viewers will know that, oh, there is a survivor. So many Bhutanese movies, I have seen a lot of movies. Every cancer patient they dies after getting cancer. So this is little bit disheartening. No? So that's chi ani be immola mi just ani zum movies na le jo ngache manzum I also at first knew that after knowing that I got cancer, oh, I thought I will die. But then my doctor, they said, there is cure, you will get well, you just have to give best in your treatment, then everything will be back to you as normal as what you have been before Sanzul Abdullah. So that's what my doctor had told me.
And if there is one thing you can change about your life, what would that be?
Papa, I don't have anything to change. Like everything that happened for good. Say, so I don't think I need to change. So I'm happy. I'm happy that cancer came in my life. So after cancer, I've been so much. I accept what I am. I value life, and I'm always grateful whoever I meet. So, and cancer had changed me a lot. Being a cancer patient, I've met so many people who have been diagnosed with cancer. Their story have touched me. Then I sharing my story. Then that's how cancer. I think I don't have to change anything. So whatever happened so good. Everything has a reason. So nothing to. I think there's nothing to change. It was the best thing. Through cancer, I've learned so much. I've started valuing life. I've accepted who I am. I've started letting go of what to accept, what not to accept. So that's the biggest lesson I've learned in my life. So I think I don't need to change anything.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Chhimi, for your time, for your patience, and sharing your thoughts. And so I wish you recover, and I wish you a very long life.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything you want to add?
I just want to thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to share my story. I don't know how it will help or inspire others, but I just want to let them know that not to give up, to be patient with life, and to keep hope with life. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chhimi.
Thank you so much.